Hey yo, what's up everybody? Then JJ. Today I come back a video basically talking about Huobi, and of course I believe that most of the viewers out there might be using Huobi due to the fiasco, like I think past 2 years itself, like Binance stopping the Binance Singapore, and after that from there Binance blocking Singapore users from signing up, and from there you guys migrating towards Huobi. And of course most of you guys might find Huobi like Binance alike, and after that from there you might be using Huobi to basically transact your cryptocurrency. So for those who are using Huobi itself, this video is for you. And after that, I would say on this video itself is kind of a red flag slash research that I've done late night, and after from there it's 2 a.m. now. So I hope you guys can basically help me out by supporting the channel with clicking a like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not. And of course, if let's say you want to basically support the channel itself, use the Patreon link down below to support, and of course use the referral links on my channel to basically help with the channel itself. So I would say disclaimer itself, this is not to spread but about Huobi itself. Instead, I would say this is a warning for everybody out there. So regardless of the news itself, regardless of I mean like the market itself is basically very red as of now. It's in the bear market, and after that, I mean it's the bear market, and everything is dumping, and everything is red, and after that people are losing like millions of dollars every day. So I would say on this video itself, if you are basically looking to store your wealth, your cryptocurrency, and of course if you're invested in cryptocurrency and you're using any exchange itself, it is a financial advice to basically withdraw your funds towards the hardware wallet, not a software one, because a software one can be hacked, and after that you never know where you're gonna get a virus from. In the internet itself, everywhere is the internet itself is a very scary place, and after if you don't know how to protect yourself, you're gonna learn it the hard way by losing a few $1,000s or even millions of dollars if let's say you're using I don't know, a software wallet. And of course, a financial advice is to freaking get your money out of the custodian, a third party, and after that from there store it with your own knowledge itself using the hardware wallet itself. And after that, without further ado, we're gonna basically jump into the topic itself. What is happening to basically Huobi, and after that, if you want to get your hardware wallet itself, use the link down below. So without further ado, let's head over to the next topic. So for the past few hours, or I would say the past few days or months itself, the cryptocurrency exchange Huobi, and after that, many cryptocurrency exchange has been like doing their best to basically provide the proof of reserve and stuff like this. So today's spotlight itself is on Huobi, and after that, from there, they already done their proof of reserve. So what is freaking wrong with it? And after that, as of now, we can see that the market itself, it is basically somehow green, somehow red, but of course, overall, the topic itself is about Huobi. So on Twitter news itself, we can see at Huobi Global, we believe the key to success in the world of cryptocurrency is to ignore FUD and keep building. Yes, this is very true. And after that, from there, if let's say the FUD is real itself and then it is too late, and of course we can see that FTX previously has been telling us that, oh, there's nothing happening, everything is fine. But at the end of the day, we get the stake up at our ass, and after that, from there, people loses money. So I would say at this kind of news coming from like a very famous crypto influencer slash personnel in the crypto space with 3 million views. If you do not know who is Justin Sun, the founder of Tron blockchain, and after that, from there, what is happening to Huobi itself. So previously, from research that we can see that on 15 December, Huobi saw an inflow of 8.7 million, and since basically it's experiencing another 204 million worth of outflow. And of course, from previous proof of assets itself, Huobi itself is somehow in over collateralized of 101% of their total assets and liabilities. So therefore, I would say there's already a significant risk with Huobi previously, and people are when the proof of reserve has been released, people have been like red flagging that their proof of reserve is basically over collateralized by 1%. So if you think that the 1% is very small, but to be honest, in the financial world of this space itself, 1% itself can fuck you up very badly. So I would say don't look down on that 1%. And after that, from there, I would say as of now, we're gonna basically talk about the flow towards the news compiling through the months itself leading towards today with this outflow of this bank run that is happening on Huobi itself. So the next topic itself is the founder that is selling off their Huobi shares. So we hear this news itself came out on the 12th of August itself before the proof of reserve, whatever is happening. And of course, from there, Huobi co-founder Leon Lee reported basically informed about his decision to other backers, and of course, basically a majority of the shareholder in Huobi itself, they are doing this. Co-founder reported to look to sell their majority stake value at $1 billion of this Huobi exchange itself. So we scroll down itself, we can see that This is just an article, and after that, from there, telling us that a spokesperson confirmed with Bloomberg itself without disclosing lots of details that the co-founder itself is engaging to numerous international giants slash what do we call international giant, the hedge funds, your big boys, the Wall Street boys or whatsoever, to basically sell its majority stake in the crypto exchange. And after that, from there, the report also claimed that um basically all of this. So the main part of it is basically the shareholders itself, they are selling off their exchange itself. And of course, from there, we are gonna basically talk about the next topic itself, Huobi laying off 20% of their users. So this news itself, bear in mind, it is released on the 12th of August. Basically over here, these people are basically the majority of stakeholder itself is trying to sell away 60% of the crypto exchange Huobi itself. Why is that so? And after that, from there, I mean, if let's say your company is valued in this high net worth itself, and after that, from there, you might not want to sell it because in the long run, you'll be making lots of money with this 60% of shares. But why is people selling? So technically, if let's say you are a businessman, there's only two reasonable slash viable reason for you to basically sell your share. Number one itself, you see that the business in the future will no longer be lucrative enough, and after that, from there, you can basically exit your position as of now to basically reap the profits. Secondly itself, the company is in deep shit, and after that, from there, you can basically save your own ass to basically make lots of money as of now. Sell it at the company's state of mind itself, and the current state itself is looking good. I mean, just sell it, and after that, from there, whatever is going to happen in the future, you already you exited your position. So I mean, nothing goes wrong. So over here, we're going to talk about the layoff of Huobi itself, the manpower. Over here, the news itself is released on 6th of January itself. The crypto exchange Huobi lay off like 20% of staff in the industrial risk from FTX collapse. So if let's say they are unaffected by FTX itself, and I believe that most of the exchange is affected by FTX somehow, all of the exchange in the whole wide world have basically have some dealings with FTX, might have just bought their token, basically not disclosing it on the public ledger or whatsoever, basically doing it I don't know, OTC or something like that. So over here we can see that they are laying off 20% of their manpower, and of course with this layoff itself, I believe there was another news basically talking about the internal what is that communication with the Huobi system itself was basically blocked, and after that, the reason for the block itself is to basically stop people from spreading like Trojan viruses, and after that all those stupid stuff to basically steal the company's funds. So this is the reason why they block it off, and after that it is their official reason, but we do not know what's going to happen. And after that, from there, we're going to basically talk about this over here. Is Huobi in trouble? And after that, from there, the exchange itself has confirmed to cut about 20% of the manpower. And of course, if we scroll down itself, we can see that Huobi is currently ranked at the 10th largest crypto exchange in the world in August 2022. And after that, from there, you can see the founder itself has started publicizing his interest in selling his 60% of the stake of the company itself. And after that, by early October last year, and after that, from there, is basically struck a deal with about capital, basically a hedge fund itself, to give control to the vast majority of the stake to within the company. And after that, from there, Tron founder Justin Sun have rumored have to have used about capital as an intermediary company in order to acquire Huobi. And after that, from there, Sun has declined to claim this itself. So what is happening over here? It is basically the rich people games, acquiring companies here and there, building out here and there. And after that, from there, we can see that yeah, I'm gonna link this article if you want to, it or down below. So the key takeaway itself, basically they have cut off 20%, and after the exchange rumors to have the communication that I mentioned has been taken down to be forcing employees to receive their salaries in stablecoin and have cancelled various employee benefits. So we hear, why would exchange do that? Why would the company that is doing so well, I mean top 10 crypto exchange, millions of funds being traded, and they are taking like 0.1% of that amount itself? So daily itself, I would say if you are exchange, you are daily making, I mean your income daily itself is in millions. If you have like billions and billions of trading volume, 0.1% out of that $1 billion is a lot of money. And after that, from there, why is this happening itself? Basically cancelling benefits, and after that forcing people to only accept stablecoin, and after that, from there, taking down internal communications, and after that, Justin Sun also moved over 100 millions in stablecoin to the exchange earlier. So yeah, basically he sent Huobi like $100 million to basically do something. So we're gonna find out more. So the next news itself is a bank run of $60 million that is happening for Huobi. So over here on CoinDesk itself, we can see that Huobi reportedly sees over 16 million tokens upload in a day. So in a day itself, 16 million compared to the FTX fiasco itself, 500 over millions withdrawal throughout a span of 2 or 3 days. 16 million itself seems very small, seems like a peanut. And after that, from there, Huobi experienced this 64 million withdrawn from the exchange itself in the past 24 hours, according to Nasen. I'm going to show you the portfolio later on. And after that, from there, Justin, who sits on the board, Huobi's advisory board itself, sent 100 million to the exchange, while the Tron price tumbled on the news. So what is happening over here? So I already said that Justin Sun has been is the founder of Tron blockchain, and after that, from there, sent 100 million. And why did Tron tumble itself? Itself Tron to basically get some stablecoin help Huobi. This is what the speculation slash the conspiracy theory is going on. And of course, from there, we're gonna see is Justin Sun trying to save Huobi. So over here, this news itself is somehow on the 6th of January as well. So rumor has sparked basically talking about Justin Sun's personal wallet itself, raising questions. And after that, from there, some news articles say 100 million to the exchange, and another article say 200 million. So I do not know which is the exact amount, but we can see it's a range of 100 to 200 million itself. So if you scroll down itself, this is the article from You Today, and after that, from there, you can see that Justin Sun in December, Justin Sun withdrew like 1.1 billion from various exchanges, causing panic among the Huobi users and investors. That rumor that Justin was using personal funds to back up solvency of the crypto exchange, basically Huobi. And if you can scroll down itself, this is what Justin Sun's history is about. Basically, 2014 founded Tron Network, 2017 founded Tron Foundation, not profitable, basically doing some charity work, and blah blah blah. So here we can see 2022 buying Huobi Global itself, and after that is speculated the funds used to fund Huobi itself, and after that we scroll down a bit more itself. Likely untrue, the amount is way too much to cover burn rate, even Twitter running blah blah. So whisper of him cashing out. So he's basically selling his Tron to basically get stablecoin, to do not know what he's doing it with. But of course, by the look of it itself, he is the advisory board. And after that, from the previous article, we know that Justin Sun itself is somehow used about capital as an intermediary company that technically he somehow owns shares stake on this about capital, to basically use them to acquire Huobi. And after that, from there, he's also the advisory board on Huobi itself. And of course, Justin Sun itself, he is a Chinese man. And after that, from there, somehow everything links. And over here, we can see that he's definitely trying to save Huobi itself. But over here, we're going to look at the Nasen portfolio of Huobi itself. So over here, we can see currently Huobi itself is worth 2.8 billion in total assets itself. And this is the analytic of the Huobi wallet itself. There's tons of wallets over here from their proof of reserve transparency broadcast previously. So this data itself has been collected over here. So Ethereum itself, 65% is in Ethereum's chain, and after that almost 20% is on Tron, and of course 12.5 in Bitcoin. So if you scroll down itself, we're just going to look at what has happened. So the withdrawal itself, we can see on 4th Jan itself, the total value itself is at 2 billion, and eventually we head over to the 5th Jan itself, it dropped down towards, basically I would say this is 2.2 billion or something. And over here, it dropped down to almost a flat line of 2.1 or something. Maybe this is 2.5, and this is around 2.1. And after that, from there, I would say like there's lots of money being lost within a single day. So over here, the reports claim to be 60 million, but over here, if you look at the data, the drop itself on Ethereum itself, it was 987, and after that, as of today, it's showing 872, and of course, some of the other chain has increase of values. Yep, so it's around 60 million plus minus. And over here we can see that on the 6th Jan itself, it increased by a little bit, but of course we do not see that billions of dollars or the millions of dollars being pumped back to Huobi's wallet itself. Instead, it is still on Justin's wallet. So we're gonna basically scroll down itself to see the asset net worth. Basically, this much more clearer. 3 billion on the 4th, basically 2.8 on the 5th, and eventually now is at 0.8 something. So over here, this seems like 100 and 120 million or something. Yeah, 120 million loss. I mean, decrease of asset worth, but of course the market is volatile, and after that, from there, it might account for the price fluctuating, volatility of the crypto assets that they are holding, and of course, from there, this might be some of the background that's happening, people withdrawing their funds. But over here, I'm gonna basically give you my final thoughts about this. So the final thoughts itself, I would say whatever bad news that is happening in the crypto space itself, regardless of how stable, how not regulated, but of course how famously it is backed by influencer or whatever person that has influence with the power. If let's say Binance have some bad news that is ongoing, I will basically tell you the same thing. Withdraw your funds now. As of now itself, Huobi is doing some bad, and after that, bad media. Bad media itself, I would say just withdraw your funds just in case shit happens. And after that, from there, it will basically save you some money, or yeah, basically save your money if let's say shit really happened. But of course, if let's say shit didn't happen and you withdraw your funds, you are just spending that 10 or even like $50 of value in transaction fees, and after that you're saving like your whole portfolio. Maybe you are worth $1,000, and you're just spending $50 on that withdrawal transaction fee itself. It does not really hurt much. I mean, if you want to look at it that way. But of course, if you want to look at an investor point of view, you can just use this $50 in case like an insurance. Purchase an insurance plan, and after you withdraw your funds out, when everything settle down, maybe like 2-3 months even down the road itself, you feel that Huobi itself is done, is safe itself, and you are still stupid enough to basically use an exchange as a custodian itself, go ahead, send back all your money towards Huobi itself, and after that, then in the meanwhile, I would say, let's say you're gonna look at this crypto game itself for the long run itself, buy a freaking hardware wallet. You can spend thousands, and of course, some of you guys can spend hundreds of thousands in cryptocurrency, but not willing to spend like 100 over bucks on hardware wallet. It does not sound right to me. And after that, I would say on the thoughts itself, it is looking very, I mean, not very bad, but of course there is some bad reputation that is ongoing in this particular exchange. I would basically recommend people to withdraw their funds if let's say you hear any bad news from anyone on any type of crypto product itself, because in the space as of now, everything is red, and after that, from there, you will never truly know what is happening on their balance sheet. And after that, the balance sheet itself can be leaked, can be, what is that, manipulated by some enemies or rival out there. But of course, eventually itself, at the end of the day, we have to wait for the official results slash announcement from the company itself to tell you what they are doing. But of course, when they do this announcement itself, you can't really know, you do not know if they are telling you the truth, or they are just trying to save the company, or basically trying to prolong slash wait for the inevitable. So I would say the lesson over here from the FTX fiasco itself: never store your funds any exchange. If let's say you're gonna trade on Huobi itself, I would suggest you to basically switch out onto other exchange. Maybe you want to try Bybit, maybe you want to try like Binance, heading back to Binance for those who can't use Binance. And after that, from there, let's say you're in Singapore, Bybit is one of the options, but just need to use VPN on that. So I would say these are some of the exchange that I mentioned, which is all linked down below, which you can basically use to trade cryptocurrency. Leverage or no leverage is totally up to you. So Bybit itself, they are doing a 0% on the spot trading itself. So feel free to sign up and use it if you want to. So at the end of the day itself, keep your funds safe. And after that, I've come to the end of the video. If you like the video, kindly help me smash the like button, subscribe to my channel. And of course, if you want to support my Patreon itself, links down below. And I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye bye. Peace.